Hello folks, welcome to OTD, also known as On the Deck, where you can get all the sports you need in 10 minutes. My name is Adam Arduna, and I just want to say thank you for joining in today here on the show on the Deck. As you can see, our set is a little bit different today, as our co-host, my mother, Gina, she is still recovering from her heart surgery that took place over the weekend. She will be back. She's doing very well. We want to say thank you for all your thoughts and prayers, for everyone that's been stopping by, all your positive thoughts, all of the people that have been sending food, and your great wishes in her recovery. She's doing very well. We want to say thank you. She will be back, but as you can see, our show must continue on, and she will be watching all of the NCAA basketball games and helping out with putting up all the new scores. So we will be very active as she's relaxing in her bed and continuing to tally on some of those scores. Well, our set is very basketball central because we are in the heart of March Madness, and so I'm going to give you the updates of all the tournaments on the men's and women's side, starting with the NIT. We have the CBI, the CIT, and the NCAA women's side of the bracket and the NCAA men's side of the bracket. Okay, so let's get into the NIT quickly here. We've got Richmond and TCU, Georgia Tech and Ole Miss. We've got Central Florida and Illinois, and we've got Cal State Bakersfield and UT Arlington. A quick note on Illinois. He was a former Oklahoma State head basketball coach just for one season this season. After they lost in their first round of the NCAA tournament, he quickly left and now joined Illinois as their head coach. So that was kind of a big shocker in the NCAA men's side of things. But he was a Western Illinois head basketball coach. He knows the area very well, and so he felt like he could go back. So there goes. It's a little windy out here, as you can see, as one of our props fell off, but that's all right. We'll keep going here. CBI. Okay, so we've got UIC and then Coastal Carolina. That's going to be a good game. We'll see what happens there. And then this is the semifinals of the CBI. You've got Utah Valley and Wyoming. I'm wearing my UMKC shirt, trying to rep the Roos here as they lost last night to Wyoming. They had a good season, and we're happy for them. Okay, on to the CIT. So we have started the second round of those tournament games, and the first three seeds are Fort Wayne, Furman, and St. Peter's. They all have first-round byes, and so the second round game started this Saturday, and that's again UMBC and St. Francis. UMBC won that game 87-79. Then we have Campbell and UT Martin, and Campbell ended up winning that one, and that was on the 20th here. And then we have Liberty against Samford. Liberty ended up winning that one 66-58. And then Texas A&M Corpus Christi and Weber State, and Texas A&M Corpus Christi won that one as well, 82-73. And then the last one, Idaho versus Texas State, that will take place on Wednesday, and that will be at Texas State. And then the quarterfinals will take place here coming up, and then the final championship, or the championship for that tournament, will be on Friday, March 31st. So going on to the NCAA women's side of things now, we've got the Sweet 16 taking place. The heavily favored UConn women's Huskies team right now is still rolling, and they're doing a lot of great things. We've got UConn playing UCLA. Then we also have Maryland playing Oregon. We've got Baylor and Louisville. And we have Washington against Mississippi State. And then on the other side of the bracket, we also have Notre Dame and Ohio State. We have Texas and Stanford. Stanford just beat K-State, so that was a great run for them. And then we also have South Carolina and Quinnipiac. Quinnipiac beat Miami, which I kind of felt like was a shocker there. And then Florida State and Oregon State. So now on to the men's side of things here. Let's go ahead. We're also in the Sweet 16. We've got some big games here. There's some big upsets that people were very shocked about. Villanova was looking to try to repeat this year. They lost to Wisconsin, and Wisconsin is now rolling. They're playing Florida in the not the championship, but in this round of the Sweet 16. You also have Baylor, and Baylor is still in there fighting it out against South Carolina. Frank Martin, former K-State head coach, doing big things. He took down Duke. That was the big surprise for a lot of people. And then you have Gonzaga playing West Virginia. That will be a good game. Bob Huggins, you know, Press Virginia, as they like to be called. That will be a fun one to watch. Xavier and Arizona. The Arizona and Xavier game, Gonzaga and West Virginia will be played March 25th. And then the Wisconsin, Florida, Baylor, and South Carolina game will be played March 24th. And then the Wisconsin, Florida, Baylor, and South Carolina games will be played in New York City. That will be great. And then the Gonzaga, West Virginia, excuse me, Xavier, and Arizona, those games will be played in San Jose, California. On to the other side of the bracket, now we have KU and Purdue, heavily favored. KU had to beat Michigan State down in Tulsa. They're looking really good right now. Oregon and Michigan. Michigan has been rolling the whole time ever since. I think the best thing that happened to them was, unfortunately, was the plane incident. They've just been on a roll ever since. So I think maybe it was them getting spooked by the fact that, hey, life isn't promised every day, so let's just play like it's our last. And they certainly have been doing that. And you know, hey, Michigan, keep rolling. And so then you've got North Carolina and Butler, and then UCLA and Kentucky. I'm really excited about that UCLA-Kentucky. It's a rematch that happened earlier this year in Rupp Arena down there in Lexington. It will be a great one. Kentucky beat Wichita State. I think a lot of people were also upset about the fact that Wichita State might have been misseeded because they gave Kentucky all that they could handle, but Kentucky is winning a lot of games right now. I think it's 11 straight for them. Everyone knows about Lonzo Ball and UCLA. That's going to be a really, really good game. And so I'm excited. The March Madness, if you will, is madness right now. There's been a lot going on, and so we're just going to continue to bring you more updates, and we're going to continue to just keep watching and stay glued. If your bracket is busted, that's okay, because mine is definitely busted, but that's part of the excitement of it. You're sad when your team gets put out of the tournament, but you also understand that, hey, that's just the way it is. In any tournament style of play, if it's a one-and-done situation, you just have to live with it and hope that you play your best ball. You're hoping that your team is you want to be winning at the latter part of the year, more so at the beginning part of the year, because you don't want to fizzle out and not do what you're supposed to do there. So for me, I just want to say, I appreciate everyone that's been giving us all the positive thoughts and prayers for my mom as she's recovering, but it's going to be fine. She'll be fine. She will be back, and hopefully our set won't fall apart like it quite did today, as it is windy. But like I said, it's March Madness, and we're very festive, and so I just want to say I appreciate your time. Continue to stay tuned in with us, especially for Thursday with all those tournament games. Continue to follow us on all of our social media. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, Adam Orduna. Type in OTD and like our Facebook page, and continue to follow us on Twitter as well. I just want to say I appreciate your time, folks. We'll see you next time. All right, Facebook Live.